What you're about to discover is this. The universe isn't just sitting quietly. It listens. It responds. It reflects the energy you carry, the beliefs you hold, and the intentions you express. Most people move through life without realizing they're always communicating with the universe, through their thoughts, feelings, and even their silence. But what if you could connect with the universe on purpose? What if you knew how to send out clear, powerful signals and trust that they're being picked up? That's what this journey is all about. This universe, it's not still, it's not random, it definitely isn't blind. Instead, it's full of rhythm and intelligence, woven together with a complex vibrational structure. To really grasp how to talk to the universe and get a response, we first need to accept a key idea. Everything is energy, and all energy vibrates. From tiny particles to huge galaxies, everything is in motion. That motion, we call it vibration. Science, especially quantum physics, has shown us that matter isn't as solid as it seems. At the subatomic level, particles flicker in and out of existence, and their behavior can change based on observation. Behind this apparent messiness lies a beautiful truth. Everything is energy vibrating at different frequencies. When we mention vibration, we're talking about how fast energy moves. Low-frequency vibrations tend to feel heavy, bringing fear, doubt, or stagnation. On the flip side, high-frequency vibrations are filled with joy, love, clarity, and abundance. This idea of vibration isn't just for objects or things. It applies to our thoughts, feelings, and intentions too. Your thoughts aren't just random ideas that drift by. They're energetic signals. Each thought sends out a specific frequency. Think of your mind as a transmitter and your thoughts as messages that get sent into the universe. Like a cosmic mirror, the universe reflects back what you're consistently putting out. But it doesn't end there. Your emotions play a huge part in shaping the strength of those thoughts. Picture emotions as amplifiers. A thought infused with strong feelings becomes way more powerful. That's why a desire you truly feel tends to show up faster than a casual wish. The deeper the emotion, the stronger the impact. The energy behind your thoughts influences the clarity and strength of the message you're sending out. Let's break it down with an example. Imagine you think, I want more abundance in my life. If that thought is mixed with feelings of desperation, fear, or doubt, like thinking, I'm not worthy of wealth, or it's too late for me, then you're not sending out a message of abundance. Instead, you're signaling a sense of lack. The universe isn't listening to your words. It's tuned into your vibe. That's why affirmations that don't match your true emotions often miss the mark. The universe communicates through vibrations, not just words. Now think about someone who believes calmly and confidently that abundance is their natural state. Their thoughts go beyond mere words. They reflect a deep inner alignment. This alignment sends out a high-frequency vibe that resonates with true abundance. This is the person who finds opportunities, coincidences, and resources coming to them, not through luck, but because their vibrations align with what they seek. So here's the key takeaway. Manifestation isn't about forcing or pleading for what you want. It's about aligning your energy with that desire. If you want love, you have to embody love. If you're seeking peace, you need to become peaceful. Want success? You need to radiate confidence and clarity. How do you shift your vibration? First, become aware. You can't change what you don't recognize. Pay attention to your inner feelings, not just your thoughts. How are you really feeling? Hopeful or anxious, grateful or resentful, empowered or defeated? By regularly checking in with yourself, you can gain control over the signals you're sending out. The next step is to consciously adjust your vibration. This means choosing thoughts, behaviors, and practices that raise your energy. One strong way to uplift yourself is through emotional resonance. Gratitude, for example, is one of the highest emotional states. When you truly feel grateful, not just saying the words, but genuinely appreciating what you have, you transform your whole energy. Similarly, acts of kindness, forgiveness, mindfulness, and creativity can boost your vibe. On a physical level, moving your body, spending time in nature, eating nourishing food, and getting good sleep all contribute to lifting your overall frequency. Your energy level shapes how you connect with everything around you. Remember, you're not just a mind, you're a body, a spirit, and a vibrant field of energy interacting with the world. Next, consistency matters. The universe isn't just listening to your random wishes. It pays attention to your main vibe. That's why a quick burst of positivity isn't enough. Real results come from the emotional state you maintain most of the time, especially when you're not actively trying to manifest. You can't pretend to change your energy, but you can shift it. The more you practice, the easier it gets. Visualization is another powerful tool. When you picture your goals, don't just think about them. Feel them. Experience the joy of your dreams as if they're real now. This connects you to the vibration of that reality. Your subconscious can't tell the difference between a vivid imagination and reality. So, when you visualize with heartfelt emotion, you're training your subconscious to accept your new life. That expectation lays the groundwork for manifesting your desires. Your surroundings also play a big role in your vibration. The people you hang out with, the media you take in, and the places you go, all these things affect your energy. Choose relationships and spaces that lift you up and inspire you. Guard your energy like it's gold, because it truly is. Finally, let go and trust the universe. It might seem contradictory, but surrendering is a powerful way to align with what you want. When you drop the urge to control the details of your desires, you make room for the universe's perfect timing. Surrendering isn't about giving up. It's about knowing the universe isn't against you. It's with you and a part of you. To really connect with the universe, communicate through your energy. Words alone won't cut it. It's all about your feelings, your energy, and your state of being that send the message. So there you have it, how to truly connect with the universe. Once you embody these principles, it's not just about talking. You're engaging in a genuine energetic conversation that responds to your vibe, not only your words. If you're still here and ready to dive deeper, let's keep going. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Next up, we're going to dive into how to set strong, clear intentions. Learning how to ask is crucial for mastering your conversation with the universe. So let's move on. We learned earlier that the universe is all about vibrations. It doesn't just listen to our words, it responds to our energy. This is the essence of manifesting. Now, if you want to shape your reality, you need to take charge as a conscious creator, and that starts with setting clear intentions. Think of your intention as a blueprint. Your vibration? That's your emotional and energetic fuel. Your intention gives structure to all that energy. Without a clear intention, your energy gets scattered, like a flashlight's beam instead of a focused laser. The universe will respond no matter what, but if your signal is unclear, the response will be just as unclear. A lot of folks make the error of wishing for vague things like, I want to be happy, or I want more money. While those wishes are valid, they lack definition, making it hard for the universe to bring them into reality. What does happiness actually look like for you? What specific amount of money do you want? In what way do you want love to show up? Without clarity, desire stays just a feeling instead of becoming a clear direction. A well-defined intention gives your vibration something solid to latch onto. You can't reach a place you haven't mapped out. Similarly, you can't manifest a reality you haven't clearly defined. Intention means being proactive instead of wishing passively. It tells the universe, this is what I choose, instead of I hope for this. It's a statement and a promise. Unlike a wish, an intention carries weight. It comes from a place of confidence, not from desperation or lack. If your vibration is your melody, your intention makes up the lyrics. Together, they create a beautiful harmony. In the realm of quantum possibilities, intention takes what could be and turns it into what is possible. The quantum field is full of potential, and your intention acts as a magnet, drawing what you want into reality. Now let's break down what makes a clear intention. A strong intention has 3 key parts. Be specific. Instead of saying you want more money, say I'm receiving $10,000 a month. When it comes to creating, having a clear intention makes it easier for your subconscious and the universe to get on the same page. Phrase your intention as if it's already happening. This helps make it feel real right now, which lifts your vibe. For instance, say, I am living in my dream home, surrounded by beauty and peace. Now, let's talk about feeling truly aligned with your intention. Think about how you'd feel if your dream were already real. Embrace that feeling as often as you can. The universe speaks the language of emotion, so having your intentions match your core values is key. If your intention lacks that alignment, it's like building a house on sand. Sure, it might stand for a bit, but it won't last. Ask yourself, why do I want this? Is it something that comes from your truth, or is it driven by outside pressure or fear? When your goals are grounded in what truly matters to you, they become magnetic. They have integrity and real power. This makes manifesting easier because there's no inner conflict. Take someone who says, I want to be a millionaire. If that comes from needing to prove themselves, it feels shaky, full of insecurity. But if they say, I want financial freedom to be creative and support what I care about, that's much stronger. It resonates higher, giving the universe something solid to work with. Your intention should excite your mind and open your heart. Once you've set your intention, it's time to focus on it. Focus is one of those hidden gems in the manifestation game. Just like your thoughts and feelings shape your energy, concentrating that energy in one direction supercharges the process. But remember, focus isn't the same as obsession. You're not chasing your goal, you're nurturing it. Daily habits like writing, journaling, or saying affirmations keep your intention alive and front of mind. Visualization is also powerful. When you picture your desired life as if it's happening already, you prepare your mind and body to align with it. It becomes something you know and believe in, making it feel inevitable. Lastly, let's clear up a common issue: intention versus expectation. Many people confuse the two, thinking they need to cling rigidly to their goals. When you expect your intentions to show up in a certain way or by a certain time, you actually limit what the universe can do for you. This kind of expectation can create stress, which lowers your energy. True intention, on the other hand, is strong but relaxed. It's clear about what you want, but open to how it comes to you. For example, you might say, I want to attract a fulfilling career, without tying it to one specific job or company. This flexibility lets the universe surprise you with amazing results. Set your course, but don't cling to how you get there. Intentions are like living energy. They evolve as you do. Revising your intentions isn't a sign of weakness, it's a smart move. Take time every few weeks to revisit your desires. Ask yourself if they still resonate. Is there a deeper meaning behind them? Are you holding on because of fear or because it aligns with who you are? This reflection keeps you true to your path and ensures you're manifesting from your current self, not from some 6 months ago. Your environment impacts your energy. If you want to maintain the vibe of your intentions, surround yourself with reminders. Create a vision board. Place items around you that spark feelings of the life you want. Even your digital spaces, like your phone background or playlists, should reflect your new reality. Make your surroundings a quiet affirmation of your intentions. When everything around you echoes your dreams, your subconscious pays attention. Shifting from intention to invitation means you're turning your inner desires into an invitation for the universe. You're not bossing it around or begging. You're stating, this is my choice. This is who I'm becoming. I'm ready. Your energy acts like a broadcast, and now you're adding structure to that energy through intention. This marks the start of co-creation. From here, the universe begins to shift to meet you where you are. But remember, intention is just the beginning, a signal sent out into the universe. In the chapters to come, you'll learn how belief strengthens this signal, how clarity sharpens it, how trust keeps it going, and how action keeps it grounded. Set your intention clearly, align with it consistently, and get ready to receive more than you expected. Because when intention aligns with your energy, the universe pays attention. We talked about how the universe reacts to the energy you send out, and discussed how having clear and aligned intentions creates a guide for that energy. Now, let's focus on a crucial part of the manifestation journey: your beliefs. Think of your vibration as the frequency you share, and your intention as the message you send. Belief, then, is like the transmitter. It shapes how strong, steady, and far your signal goes to the universe. Without belief, your intentions don't really take off, and your vibrations can become shaky. Belief acts like a magnet that pulls your dreams from thoughts into reality. It influences how you see things, and that perception shapes your actual reality. Every thought, feeling, and action you take is colored by your beliefs. They quietly construct your inner world. You don't just see the world as it is, you see it as you think it to be. This means your beliefs don't just impact what you can attract, they set the limits on what you can attract too. For example, if you truly believe that money is hard to get, then no matter how many times you say you're abundant or picture wealth, your subconscious will push against it. You might turn away opportunities or unknowingly sabotage your own success because your energy will be tinged with resistance. On the flip side, if you really believe that opportunities are everywhere or that you attract abundance, then even in tough times, your energy stays open and ready to receive, and the universe will reflect that openness back to you. From a scientific point of view, the strength of belief isn't just a guess, it's backed by science. The reticular activating system in your brain works like a filter, deciding what information to focus on based on what you think is important. If you believe that good things happen to you, your RAS begins looking for proof of that belief. You start to notice more synchronicities, more chances, and more reasons to feel thankful. On the other hand, if you think life is unfair, your RAS will highlight every struggle and delay. This isn't just about psychology, it's about energy alignment. Your belief system becomes the cornerstone of your vibration, stabilizing the frequency you send out. If your belief isn't strong, everything else can wobble. Your signal may waver, but if your belief is strong, your energy stays clear. That's when your dreams start to grow. Belief is a choice many people overlook. They think they need proof to believe, but that's not how the universe operates. Belief is the seed, and evidence is the fruit. If you wait for proof before you believe, you're just slowing down your own progress. The strongest manifestors choose to believe first, without needing any proof. They embody certainty long before the world shows them results. This is faith, not in a religious sense, but in a universal, energetic way. You don't have to tackle everything at once. Start small. Pick one belief today that helps your goals. Nurture it, affirm it. Look for even the tiniest signs that support it. That's how you grow belief. Next, you need to spot and shed those limiting beliefs. To fully embrace uplifting beliefs, you first have to shine a light on what's holding you back. These beliefs often come from childhood, societal influences, or past failures. Common limiting beliefs are things like, "I'm not good enough," or "success is for others, not me." They're not facts. They're just programs, and like outdated software, they can be upgraded. Start by paying attention to your inner voice. What thoughts keep repeating when you try to set an intention or imagine a new future? Are there any negative responses that sneak in? Once you spot a limiting belief, challenge it. Is it really true? Where did it come from? What belief would be more empowering? Replace the old belief with a new, stronger one. This takes time. You didn't pick up those old beliefs overnight, and you won't undo them overnight either. But with consistent effort, your new beliefs can become your new reality, and they'll bring new results. Remember, belief plus intention equals activation. Think back to what we discussed earlier. Intentions are the blueprint of your desires. But without belief, those blueprints stay on paper. Belief is what activates your thoughts, making them real by aligning your inner self with the outcome you want to see. So when people say manifestation doesn't work, it often means their belief isn't solid. Your beliefs can clash with what you truly want. You can't say, "I'm ready for love," if deep down you think you'll always be alone. You can't claim, "I'm abundant," if you believe you're a financial mess. Your outside world reflects your inner truths, not your hopes or dreams. Emotions play a big role in strengthening beliefs. They connect belief and vibration, giving them energy and pull. Take a new belief like, "I am worthy of success." At first, it might feel like a stretch, but if you connect it to feelings like gratitude, joy, pride, or love, things change. You're not just saying words anymore. You're becoming that new energy. That's why practices like visualization, writing, and gratitude journaling are so effective. They help create a strong emotional link with your desired beliefs. When you really feel that belief, the universe pays attention and starts to shift things for you. To make real changes in your life, you need to step into the person who already has what you want. Start by believing what that version of you believes. Ask yourself, if my dreams were already true, what would I think of myself? What would I think of others? What would I think about life? Then think, act, and feel like that person. This isn't about fooling yourself, it's about being in alignment. The universe isn't interested in who you were yesterday. It responds to who you are today. Now let's talk about asking the universe clearly. Asking isn't just saying what you want out loud or jotting it down. It's a focused conversation with the universe, which is basically a smart energy source that reacts to your vibe and feelings. When you ask with intention, you bridge your wishes with real results. Why is clarity so important? Clarity is like having laser focus. The clearer and more specific your request, the easier it is for the universe to respond. If your intentions are vague, your results will be too. Imagine walking into a restaurant and saying, "I'll have food." The waiter would just stare at you. Food? What kind? Appetizer or main dish? Vegetarian or meat? That's how many people unknowingly ask the universe. They say things like, "I want to be happy," "I need more money," or "I wish for love." But those are all too general. The universe doesn't respond to unclear signals. When you really know what you want, you send a clear signal to the universe. The clearer your desire, the stronger the vibe you give off, and the quicker the universe can respond. It all starts with being honest with yourself. Before you reach out to the universe, ask yourself, what do I truly want? Forget about what others expect or what society agrees with. Think about it. If no one was watching, what would you choose? If fear and limits didn't exist, what would you ask for? If you were guaranteed to succeed, what desire would you chase? This level of honesty helps you connect with your core desires, those deep, meaningful wants that resonate with who you really are. When you come from this honest place, your requests weigh more in energy. Earlier, we focused on setting strong intentions. Now those intentions turn into questions and requests you share with the universe. You can ask in many ways: speaking aloud, writing letters, journaling, scripting, or even visualizing your desires as if they're already true. Feel the emotions tied to your wish, experience the joy, excitement, or peace that comes with it. You don't have to use every method, just stick with one consistently for clarity in your requests. Remember, the universe doesn't use human languages, it operates on frequency. To ask clearly, make sure your emotions, beliefs, and vibrations match the reality you want to live. Here's a simple formula. What plus Y plus feeling equals a clear request. Be specific. Instead of saying you want a new job, say, "I'm now working in a creative, supportive environment where I make plenty doing what I love." Then connect it to a value or feeling. For example, "I want this job because it helps me grow, serve others, and live a balanced life." Imagine having it already. Feel all the freedom and joy it would bring. This clarity, mixed with consistent energy, starts attracting the right people, events, and opportunities your way. As you do this, trust that belief is the emotional support for your desires. Without belief, even the clearest request can face resistance. Asking with doubt is like sending a message and then pulling it back before it even arrives. You need to ask as if the answer is already on its way. The most effective way to do this? Just ask once, clearly and with intention. Then shift into a state of expectation. Let it go, trusting that the universe has heard you. Your role isn't to chase or control how things turn out. It's to stay aligned and open to receive. Now let's avoid some common pitfalls when making requests. Even those who get manifestation can stumble in subtle ways. Being vague, like saying, "I just want more money," isn't specific enough. How much? By when? And what would it feel like? Asking from a place of neediness, with phrases like, "Please, I need this now," sends out a low vibration. It shows lack, not fulfillment. Straying into over-asking, repeating your request out of anxiety, just reinforces doubt. Remember, the universe has heard you. Trust that. And let's talk about conflicting requests. One day, you're asking for success, and the next, you're fearing visibility. Those mixed signals lead to mixed results. Get back to basics: clarity in what you desire, alignment with belief, and maintaining a consistent vibration. Visualization and affirmation are key tools for clarity. Visualization is like mentally rehearsing the life you want, but it's not just about seeing it, it's about feeling it. Picture what it looks like. What do you hear? Who's with you? How do you feel? Affirmations act like your spoken anchors. They help keep your vibration in sync with your request. Use phrases like, "I am now receiving my desires at the perfect time. I am aligned, open, and ready to receive everything I've asked for. It's already on its way." Make it a habit to repeat these daily, not out of fear, but to stay grounded in the version of you that has what you've asked for. Also, align your actions with your requests. The universe appreciates movement. While your energy does the heavy lifting, taking physical steps speeds up the process. If you've asked for a new relationship, immerse yourself in places where you can connect. If you're seeking career growth, update your resume or kick off that project you've been dreaming of. Taking action shows commitment. It sends a clear message to the universe. I believe in my request, and I'm ready to meet it halfway. Finally, once you've asked with clarity, the universe starts to respond. Often, the initial signs are subtle, so stay alert. Sometimes, a new idea or a chance will pop up out of nowhere. Someone might say something that reassures you you're on the right track. You start noticing numbers like 111 or 333 appearing again and again. These aren't just random coincidences, they're signs from the universe. Acknowledge them, celebrate them. They're proof that your wishes are starting to take shape. When you ask the universe, it's not about pleading for what you want. It's about claiming who you are and what you're open to receiving. When your intentions are clear, your beliefs are aligned, and your energy is steady, your request becomes pretty much undeniable. First, you need to know exactly what you want. Align your desire with a strong reason behind it. Ask with confidence and clarity. Trust that what you want is already on its way. Stay open to possibilities, take inspired action, and keep an eye out for signs. Now let's talk about trust. You've built a strong foundation. You know the vibrational nature of reality, how to set clear intentions, and how belief shapes your world. But after you ask, there's a step many overlook: trusting the process. It's easy to feel confident when things are moving, but what happens when it feels like nothing is changing? When self-doubt creeps in and it seems like your desires are taking forever? This part is all about staying aligned, even while you wait. That waiting time, that's where your real strength grows. After you've asked the universe clearly, you enter a space of receiving. But this isn't just sitting around. It's a time when your desire's energy starts to take form in the real world. Think of it like planting a seed. You don't keep digging it up to check if it's growing. You water it, you trust the soil, the sunshine, nature itself. Manifestation works the same way. Just because you can't see the results yet doesn't mean your request isn't in the works. Often, it means the universe is busy rearranging things behind the scenes. Just like roots growing underground, the changes can be invisible, until one day, they burst forth, revealing their growth. A huge part of trusting the process is letting go of the how and when. These are the things people usually try to control, and that's where resistance builds. You might wonder, how will this happen? When will I get it? Why is it taking forever? These questions often bring doubt. They hint that you're not sure if what you want is actually on its way. Here's the truth. The universe isn't stuck on your timeline. It responds to the energy you put out, not your sense of urgency. When you try to micromanage what you want, you block the flow. It's like telling the universe, I don't think you can manage this. But when you let go and say, I trust you, you open up to receive. This isn't about giving up. It's about having active faith. Detachment is key. Here's the paradox. You have to care enough to ask for what you want, but be willing to let go of the outcome. Detachment doesn't mean you stop wanting it. It means you don't depend on it for your happiness. You say, I'd love this to happen, but I'm complete either way. That sends a strong message to the universe. It shows confidence, worthiness, and trust. And trust creates space, a calm, open space for your desires to come to life. Imagine trying to drink water with a tightly clenched fist. It spills everywhere, right? But if you open your hand, it flows right in. That's the essence of detachment. Now, even with all your spiritual knowledge, doubt might creep in. And that's okay. Doubt doesn't mean you're failing, it just means you're human. How you deal with that doubt is crucial. It can either be a passing thought or a wall that stops you. When doubt hits, remember, it's just a thought, not a reality. You've been through this before, and things still worked out. The lack of evidence doesn't mean there's no evidence. Think back to times when things unexpectedly turned in your favor. Use those memories as anchors. They remind you that the universe is on your side, even when you can't see the whole picture. Journaling can help too. Write down your fears and then counter them. If you think it's taking too long, remind yourself that everything happens at the right time. Or if you worry, what if it doesn't happen? Switch it to, what if it turns out even better than I imagined? Feeling stuck? Remember, growth often feels still before it bursts forth. These thoughts aren't just empty phrases. They shift your perspective. You don't need to force faith. Just choose it more often than you choose fear. The universe responds to your energy, not your schedule. One big truth about manifestation is that what you want is already created in the energy realm. What holds back what you want isn't the universe being difficult. It's your own resistance. That resistance often shows up as impatience. You might find yourself obsessing over the outcome, checking constantly, or trying to push things to happen. This all comes from fear, which tightens your energy. When you let go of that grip, you can get back into the flow. The more you find peace, presence, and gratitude in your life, the quicker your wishes come true, because your energy aligns with what you're aiming for. Inspired action feels different from forced action. Trusting the journey doesn't mean you sit back and do nothing. It means you stay open to those little nudges and ideas that feel effortless and exciting. On the flip side, forced action comes from a place of lack. Inspired action comes from being in the flow. You might suddenly feel the urge to reach out to someone, apply for a job, go somewhere new, or explore a different path. Don't ignore those feelings. They're the universe guiding you in ways you'd never think of on your own. Ask yourself each day what your gut feeling is drawn to, and then go for it, even if it doesn't seem logical. That's how miracles happen. You'll start to notice synchronicities, those amazing moments when everything clicks. You bump into the right person at the right time or see repeating numbers. You might overhear something that answers a question you had. These aren't just coincidences. They're signs that your energy is lining up with what you want. Acknowledge those moments, smile, and say thank you. They're the universe's way of encouraging you to keep going. Trust is something you build over time, just like a muscle. Each time you choose to trust instead of fear, you strengthen your inner connection. When you relax instead of panicking, you ground yourself in faith. Make it a daily habit. Start your morning by saying, I trust in the timing and wisdom of the universe. Spend some quiet time meditating, feeling supported. Picture your desires as already achieved and then let them go. End each day with a sense of gratitude, not just for what you have, but for the good things coming your way. Remember, the universe isn't testing you, it's guiding you. Trusting the process means truly believing that what you want is already yours on an energetic level. Your job isn't to force it, but to stay aligned and open to receive. Trust is the unseen force that keeps your journey of manifestation on track. You've set your intentions, matched your beliefs, and asked clearly. Now you need to maintain that vibe of belief long enough for the physical world to align with it. In this way, trust becomes the channel through which magic flows. So you've set your intentions, you lined up your beliefs, you've made your request to the universe and trusted the process with patience and mindfulness. Now, the next important step is learning how to receive and acknowledge what you've asked for. It might seem obvious. We all want to get what we desire, but many folks unknowingly push away the very things they've requested. Sometimes it's because they feel unworthy, or they simply don't recognize when the universe delivers, especially if it comes in a form they didn't expect. This part is all about becoming an open channel, not just to ask, but also to receive with grace and awareness. Receiving isn't just about what you put out there, your thoughts, feelings, and projections. It's equally about what you can welcome in. The energy of receiving is all about being open, soft, and unattached. It's the opposite of striving. Many people are stuck in a mindset of doing, working hard, and pushing. But to truly receive, you need to embrace the art of being present, being in the moment, and being open to what the universe has in store for you. Just like we discussed trust before, now we're taking it a step further. Trust cracks the door open, but receptivity lets the good stuff in. Let's be real. If receiving were easy, everyone would be living their dream lives. Often, just when your manifestation is about to show up, or even when it does, you might block it unconsciously. Why? Sometimes it's because deep down you don't feel worthy of having it. If you don't truly believe you deserve success, love, or abundance, you'll energetically push it away. This is where those beliefs we talked about earlier come back into play. What you believe is what you allow in. We often expect things to unfold in a specific way. Sometimes, what you've wished for appears differently than you anticipated. Maybe a job offer comes from a different city, or a relationship begins quietly instead of bursting with excitement. If you're too fixated on the form it should take, you could miss the gift. We just aren't fully present enough to see that manifestations often don't come with a big celebration. They can be subtle but meaningful. They come to you as gentle opportunities, small shifts, or intuitive nudges. If your mind is constantly racing ahead, you might miss out on the signs that it's all happening. The secret is to stay grounded, aware, and open-minded. Gratitude is your key. It's the bridge that connects asking and receiving. When you genuinely appreciate what you've been given, no matter how small, you tell the universe, yes, I see this. I'm ready for more. Gratitude isn't just a nice feeling, it's a powerful state. It tunes you into abundance. When you're grateful, you stop focusing on what you lack and align yourself with what you desire. Remember, what you focus on grows. Start your day with a simple gratitude ritual. Think about what you've already received, whether it's a new idea or a shift in your mindset. Write down things like, I'm thankful for the clarity I got yesterday, or I'm grateful for that unexpected call from a friend. It reminded me I'm supported. Practicing gratitude trains your brain to notice abundance. Manifestation doesn't stop when what you want shows up. It continues as you integrate it into your life. When something you desired arrives, take the time to truly celebrate it. Celebration lets the universe know you've acknowledged the gift. You don't have to throw a huge party, though you can if you like. It could be a simple, mindful walk, thinking about how far you've come, or sharing the good news with a friend. Write in your journal, this came to me, I manifested this, and I'm grateful. Celebration isn't about ego, it's about anchoring those feelings. It cements the idea that this new reality is your norm. And once it feels normal, your energy opens up for even more. Now, sometimes what you ask for shows up in surprising ways. The job you imagined might start as freelance work. The love you're looking for can begin as a friendship. The financial help might come from unexpected gifts or even a forgiven debt. To fully receive, practice non-resistance. Don't judge how your desires come to you. Trust that the universe knows your needs even better than you do. Say to yourself, I'm open to receiving my desires in the best way, even if it looks different. I know it's for my highest good. This mindset keeps you flexible and allows space for divine guidance to work its magic. When you get something you've manifested, it can feel amazing, but also a bit scary. You might find yourself wondering, is this really real? Or can I handle this? That's where integration comes in. It's all about embracing your new reality as part of who you are. You'll want to adjust your habits and how you see yourself to fit your new life. It's about letting go of old beliefs that don't help you anymore. For instance, if you've attracted more income, start managing your money like someone who deserves it. If you've called in a new relationship, approach it with openness and clear communication. The universe gave you this gift because you were ready for it. So, act like it. The more you live with gratitude, worthiness, and joy, the more things will come your way effortlessly and abundantly. Now, let's talk about setbacks. No manifestation journey is perfectly smooth. Even if you've nailed intention, belief, and gratitude, challenges can still pop up. Sometimes things don't unfold when you think they should. Doubts creep in, or old fears resurface just as you're close to a breakthrough. But here's the truth. Setbacks aren't failures. They're invitations. Opportunities to dig deeper, clarify what you truly want, and strengthen your bond with the universe. Staying on track when things get tough is key. It's all about turning resistance into resilience. Remember, the manifestation process isn't a straight line. It's more like a spiral. You might find yourself revisiting old habits or facing circumstances that seem opposite to your desires. But this isn't the universe saying no. It's just guiding you to align your energy better. A delay isn't a denial, and a challenge isn't a punishment. These moments can actually lead to big growth and major manifestations. Think of it like a slingshot. Sometimes you need to be pulled back, not to be set back, but to be launched forward with even more energy and clarity. Let's look at common setbacks and what they really signify. When your manifestations take longer than you thought, it's easy to think something's off. But often, delays are just the universe working behind the scenes. It's all about shaping a better version of what you want. Sometimes it means getting yourself ready on the inside to truly embrace what you've asked for. So ask yourself, am I really ready to take this all in? Is there a piece of me that still doubts, fears, or pushes back? Use any delay as a chance to look inward, not as a reason to quit. Emotional bumps in the road are common too. You might find yourself feeling unmotivated, anxious, or down, even after some good progress. These emotional ups and downs are completely normal. It's not about running away from them, but learning how to ride the waves. Being emotionally resilient is key. Your beliefs can influence how you feel, so when you feel off course, take a moment to check in with your beliefs. Are you falling back into old fears or thoughts of not being good enough? If that's the case, take a step back and adjust with affirmations, journaling, or a good chat with someone supportive. External challenges can pop up as well. You might lose a job, face money troubles, or go through a breakup while trying to manifest your goals. These experiences can hurt, but they often push you to reconnect with what's true for you and let go of what no longer fits your journey. Instead of viewing these obstacles as roadblocks, try thinking of them as opportunities for growth. Staying on track during tough times is crucial. Alignment doesn't mean being perfect. It's about realigning when life gets bumpy, just like a pilot adjusting their flight path. You have the ability to return to your center, no matter how chaotic things get. Here's how to keep yourself grounded. First, come back to the moment. Take a breath and ask yourself, what's true right now? Usually you'll find that the present is much more peaceful than those anxious thoughts about the future. Presence can melt away fear. Next, remind yourself why you set your intentions in the first place. Go back to the roots of your desire. The deeper your reason, the more resilient you can be. Then, view setbacks as mirrors. Each challenge reflects something back at you. If you find yourself in a tough situation, ask, what is this teaching me about my energy, my beliefs, or my habits? This level of self-reflection is where real change begins. Finally, shift from resisting the challenge to being curious about it. Instead of pushing back, try thinking, what if this is exactly what I needed? How might this steer me toward something better? Curiosity is a lot more empowering than trying to control everything. It opens the door to new possibilities. Have you thought about practical ways to get back into alignment? When you're feeling off, there are some quick methods to bring you back into harmony. First, try visualization. Go back to your original vision. Picture it clearly in your mind and feel all those emotions, joy, peace, excitement, as if you already have it. Next, there's the gratitude reset. Remember, gratitude shifts your vibe. Make a list of 5 things you're grateful for right now. Don't just write them down, really feel them. Then movement and breath work can help release stuck energy. Dance, stretch, walk, or do some breath exercises to change how you feel. Reconnecting spiritually can also make a difference. Meditate, pray, or simply talk to the universe. Say something like, I might not know the way, but I trust you do. I'm ready to receive what's best for me. Building resilience as a manifester is key. It's not about being tough. It's about being flexible, bending without breaking. If you fall, rise again even stronger and clearer. Practice emotional self-regulation. Notice when your thoughts spiral into negativity. When that happens, interrupt those thoughts. Surround yourself with uplifting energy, people, places, and content that boost you, and give yourself permission to rest. Sometimes, alignment doesn't require effort, it needs stillness. If things aren't working and you feel like you've done everything right, remember this is when you're closest to a breakthrough. Often the darkest nights lead to the brightest dawns. If you can stay aligned when results seem hidden, you show real mastery. Keep this in mind. The universe reacts not to what you want, but to who you are. So become the version of yourself that already lives the life you desire. Feel like they do. Think like they do. Show up as they would. Hold that vibration until your reality catches up. You are never off your path. Every detour is part of the journey. Your mistakes contribute to your growth. You can't mess this up, because manifesting isn't about control, it's about co-creation. Stay steady, stay open. Keep talking to the universe. It's always listening and it always responds. As we wrap up this audiobook, take a moment to pause. Breathe deeply. You've journeyed through an incredible exploration into energy, clarity, belief, and trust. Let's revisit the core truth we started with. You and the universe are not separate. You're a living part of it. You're not just hoping some distant cosmic power hears you. You are the voice, the energy, and the very awareness of your creative power. In our first chapter, we saw that the universe isn't just about stars and galaxies. It's all about vibration, frequency, and energy reacting to your inner state. Your thoughts and feelings, they're more than just quiet whispers in your mind. They're strong broadcasts shaping your reality. In the second chapter, you practiced setting clear intentions. You learned to be specific and aligned, not vague or desperate. Your desires became a blueprint, and your clarity was the ink drawing the lines. The third chapter reminded you that belief makes intention meaningful. Without belief, intentions fall flat. Belief is the bridge connecting the unseen with the seen. And the crucial part? It's not just about believing your desires are possible, but knowing you deserve to have them too. The fourth chapter showed you how to ask clearly. No confusion or contradictions, just bold certainty. You started to speak the universe's language: emotion, imagination, and presence. To ask is to assume it's already yours. In the fifth chapter, we dug into trusting the process. Letting go of control can open doors that pushing never could. You learned that the universe follows divine timing, not deadlines. The sixth chapter encouraged you to receive, not just with your hands, but with your heart. You recognized your manifestations, gave thanks, and stayed open for more. Gratitude is magnetic, and presence is the channel. In the seventh chapter, we face storms. We learned to stay grounded when things get tough. Setbacks became signals, delays were preparations, and challenges turned into sacred initiations. You became a resilient creator, someone who bends but doesn't break. And here we are now. You are not just a manifester, you are a messenger. Talking to the universe isn't just about getting what you want, it's about remembering who you are. You're not powerless or broken. You're not falling behind. You are a frequency, a soul, a spark of divine intelligence, filled with purpose and potential. You carry the same energy that moves the planets. When you express thoughts, feelings, and intentions that are in harmony, you're actually shaping your reality. This isn't a daydream or wishful thinking. It's about actively creating your life. Sure, techniques like visualization, scripting, meditation, and affirmations are helpful. But remember, they're only effective when you genuinely embrace them. You don't just picture abundance. You start thinking like someone who already has it. You don't just say affirmations about love. You become the loving person who naturally attracts it. You don't just ask the universe for things. You learn to hear its responses even when they come as silence or unexpected turns. The real strength lies not in doing more, but in aligning more with who you truly are. When you tap into the energy of what you desire, you break down the barriers of separation. Manifestation isn't about struggle anymore. It's about effortlessly drawing in the reality that matches your vibe. You began this journey wanting to know how to connect with the universe, but now you see you are always in conversation. Every thought sent a message, every feeling sent a wave, every action signaled something, and every moment reflected who you are. You've moved from being a learner of manifestation to being the master of your own frequency, the creator of your own world, the guide of your own future. You've heard the wisdom shared, and you're ready for the next step. Now, instead of chasing anything, you'll simply express what's already inside you. You trust not because you're avoiding fear, but because you've discovered your own strength. You talk to the universe with calm confidence instead of desperation, and you listen to the quiet wisdom rising from within. Remember, the universe isn't separate from you. You are the universe, awake and capable of endless change. This is the wisdom shared by sages and guarded by ancient temples. This is your gift. As you finish this journey, if it has sparked something within, keep moving forward. Revisit these lessons, reflect on how you've grown, and share this message with others. Live it, breathe it, let it shine from you. When you change your energy, your world transforms. And when enough of us do this, the possibilities are limitless. We can make a difference in the world, and the universe is always paying attention. What's your next message? Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your awareness. May each thought be in harmony, each desire be distinct, and may every day be a special chat with the divine. Now, go and bring your reality to life.